Hi, everybody. We are here in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. My name is Jen Piles, and I am here to ask you, Tubin Ruben, a few questions.
Yeah.
Leaving off from where Kristen was talking about your childhood, I'm curious to know about what happened or what did you do after you left the Amish community?
Yes. What happened is my buddy and I, one night after a youth meeting, instead of walking home, we just walked across the fields to 2.5 miles to town, and we had no place to stay. Didn't know anybody, so we found an abandoned car. It was springtime in Minnesota. It was warm enough that I climbed the front seat and he got in the back seat, and the radio still worked. I had dips on the radio, so we slept in an abandoned car the first couple nights before we found work. We kind of hid in town. We didn't want any of the other Amish to see us, so my folks wouldn't know where to find me to try to come and talk me out of it. So we would go to the bar and look for work with farmers that needed labor work. We knew that that's something that we could do. We did it all of our lives, and we got a couple jobs cleaning out a hog house. And I remember these twin brother farmers liked to drink, and they'd come to the bar and drink so much that they were not able to drive home. So Eddie and I did not have a license, but we drove them home and stayed at their place the next morning, worked for them, and then they wanted to go back to the bar to get drinking again. And we ended up driving them home a few times without not really knowing how to drive ourselves, but we got there.
So that's actually how you learned how to drive for the first time?
It is. And I remember it was a manual shift. So I'd be in the driver's seat, and the farmer said, just push the clutch and I'll do the shifting. And he did. When he did that, it went a lot smoother than when I tried to do it.
So that was like your first job then. So did you make money doing that?
I did.
Okay.
And helped some farmers out that first summer. And then in the fall, there was a local factory. We went in and interviewed, Eddie and I did, and they were like, yes, we want to hire you. Do you have a social security number? And I said, no. I said, well, you need to get that before we can hire you. So I didn't have a social security number until I was 18.
Oh, wow. So how did that happen? Like, what did you have to do in order to get your documents in order?
My mom and dad wouldn't give me my birth certificate. Where I was born in Ohio, so I got a hold of the county I was born in and got a duplicate, and then I was able to go down to the county courthouse and give them that. First I went down there to get one. They said you got to have your birth certificate, and I knew mom and dad wouldn't give me mine, so I went and got it, and then I got the birth certificate, and we got hired at the factory, 8 to 4 job for about a year.
Oh, so for a year, okay. Mm-hmm. And so then after that year, what did you end up doing like after that?
Well, I went to college, vocational technical college, to get my certificate in being a lineman, climbing poles and fixing the power lines. And I had 2 jobs the first week I was out of school, and went to work full time for them, and then also I decided, with the vision I had at 10 years old, coming from this, of having this, I decided to start start a business for a second income, and started an Amish furniture store. First we made the furniture. 3.5 years into it, it didn't work. And you could say I failed, or you could say it was the experience I needed to get to just retailing Amish furniture, and that really worked. So then when I had So I did that and worked for electric power company.
And all right on. So you started to kind of like increase your your input, or you started to kind of make your money work, and you knew that you were working towards something bigger.
Yes, and whenever I had disposable income, I started investing. And once I found something that worked for me, I kept doing more and more of it. My intention was, when I stepped out of here and started the business for the second income, to retire at my early 50s and do what I want to do. And I found some investment at work, investing in an ethanol plant, being from farming the Midwest where there's a lot of corn. It was a good investment, and I invested more and more as I had disposable income. Eventually, at my early 50s, I was able to sell out, and my money is working for me now, and got that all set up so I can do what I want to do, what I had vision to do when I was 18. And I also took this personal development course, PSI seminar, Personal Success Institute. It was the absolute best investment that I ever made in my life, that has helped me the best version of myself in all of this.
So like going through like personal growth with PSI seminars kind of helped you open up in a way to like share your story, to like share yourself with like the world or the rest of the outside community then?
Absolutely. Growing up in the Amish, you were not allowed to always speak what you wanted to speak or show what you felt. You held that in. So doing that 3-day seminar, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, was PSI seminar, personal development course, helped me to get through that and open up and live the life I want to live.
That's incredible, because sometimes it's people want to know, people are curious, people want to know about interesting stories. So I just think it's great that like you're out in the open and you're being vulnerable and you're, sharing your story with the world. So thank you for giving us some insight into the experience of YouTube and Ruben.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
And you should go like, subscribe, and share.
Yes!